Hello, everyone. This is John Moore, theater critic for the Denver Post, and this is Running Lines, a weekly podcast feature of denverpost.com. This week on a special video edition of Running Lines, we are on location at the Avenue Theater, home of the regional premiere of the new political comedy November, starring this week's podcast guest, Kevin Hart.
What is this? What is this? One spot in Cleveland, one in Cincinnati? Why?
You see the polls?
Well, what happened if you never say die?
I saw the polls.
Okay, you saw the polls. Well, how bad can my numbers be?
You broke the machine.
Can these numbers be right? These numbers can't be right.
Well, they're right.
Why? What? We won the first time, March. 4 scant years. Why are they turned against me now?
Because you fucked up everything you've touched.
We're forgiving people.
And our first guest this week is actor Kevin Hart. Hi, Kevin.
How you doing?
You're back on the stage of the Avenue Theater.
Yes.
It looks a little bit like the Oval Office.
Yes, it does. If you take a look, this is actually a replicate of my home. My home is just like this. My drapes, my flag, my desk. Yeah.
It's nice that that was conveniently available to the staff at the Avenue Theater.
I want to help.
Well, Kevin, this is your second home. You've been here many times before. Yeah. When was the last time you performed on the Avenue stage?
Well, let's see. I think it was 2006. We did a revival, the, I think, 7th revival of Beyond Therapy. We did the revival.
So tell people why you're on the set of an Oval Office at this time at the Avenue Theater.
Well, I've had the wonderful opportunity to perform in the play November by David Mamet, and it is the premiere. This is the first production, I believe, right outside of Broadway. To be done in the country, and we were just thankful for the opportunity to do this fantastic farce that David Mamet has written, and I don't know if anybody knows about it, they know it's a very un-Mamet-like play in the sense that it's really farcical, it's fun, it's a hoot, but at the same time you've got Mamet and his wonderful gift for words and ability to take dialogue and characters to these wonderfully absurd extremes.
Yeah. Now Mamet, he writes children's stories, right?
Yes, he does. Yes, exactly right. He wrote right.
Yeah. Glenn Ross. That sounds like a nursery rhyme.
Yeah. Glenn Ross, Living in the Moss.
Yeah. Well, this was in November was just a hit on Broadway, starring Nathan Lane.
Right.
Tell people how it's different from the typical, very violent, sometimes angry David Mamet plays that we're used to.
Right. Well, David Mamet has a long history, or is rather infamous for cutting-edge / violent plays that really explore the underbelly of American culture. Glenn Ross, American Buffalo, Oleana. He really delves into the dark side of the human psyche, of the American psyche specifically. And I believe that this play. Again, you've got the Mamet edge in there, but it's really done to be funny. It's a hoot.
I did notice a few curse words when I saw this on Broadway.
Well, there may be 1 or 2 hells or a couple of damns in there, and it depends on what you call a bad word. Yeah, so, yeah.
But it seems to me like seems much more, in the best possible way, that it's much more like a sitcom almost, in the sense that there's a lot of rim shot kind of jokes, and you just don't expect that.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's funny you said that. We do have a rim shot. We will have it off stage. Yeah. We're going to have a lot of that.
Nice.
But it's a great fun.
Speaking of Beyond Therapy, but it seems to be David Mamet working out his issues with George Bush.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's interesting you're saying that because during the process, the first parallel definitely would be George W. Bush. But the character of Charles P. Smith is not really George W. Bush. It's to me, and I think to the rest of the cast and crew, I think we're feeling it's more of an amalgamation of just being the president.
Yeah. Although this particular president has historically low popular ratings, and his predecessor, if I'm not mistaken, was named Clinton.
Yes, exactly right. No, you're right. And it's like, and of course, it's at the end of his first term when he's afraid that he's going to lose. And but thankfully for George W. Bush, he was able to get people out there to fix the vote. But
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not allowed to say that. I am not allowed to say that. Yeah.
And now we'll hear from the man himself, President Charles Smith.
No, please, tuna. I want some tuna. Yes. 5 seconds.
Hey, we're on.
Hi, my fellow Americans.
Well, thanks for making some time for me.
Anything I can do to accommodate one of our favorite American citizens, and I hope you get out and vote. Many presidents into one.
Well, tell people why the fictional Charles Smith is so unpopular.
The fictional Charles Smith is so unpopular because, well, there's several reasons. One, he screwed up everything he's touched. And again, the parallel to George W. Bush is just...
Completely accidental.
Yes, I wouldn't... exactly, it's not on purpose. But as Charles Smith, yes, everything he's touched has gone south. And the reason they don't like him is because he's still in office. And also, in a more immediate sense for Charles P. Smith, is because people stopped spending money on him. Mm-hmm. And he needs money. We all need him.
And I don't know if we want to give this away, but to what lengths is he willing to go to get reelected?
Well, there's a favorite word I like to use called shakedown. Mm-hmm. And there are certain folks associated with the White House and certain rituals that are taken every year. And he wants to take advantage of that, exploit a situation where he pardons turkeys every year. And then he's seen something else. He wants to start anew with that whole ritual and, see what he can do with that.
That gives you an idea about who's getting shaken.
Yes, exactly.
Not stirred. Absolutely. President Smith, as we begin, how would you assess the state of America today going into your reelection bid?
The state of America today going into my reelection bid is that there's not enough opportunity for theft.
And how would you deal with that in a second term?
I'm sorry, did I say that out loud?
I think you did, yeah.
What I meant to say is that the opportunity to provide an economic stimulus, I feel like I'm in a glass bubble.
Wait, I'm not sure I heard you correctly. You said the opportunity for what?
Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Yeah, what I meant to say, excuse me, we'll edit that, right, won't we? Yeah. Very well here.
So tell people about the potential audience for this play at a time when the election's less than a month away.
Right.
People are extremely tense because the polls are so close. No matter which side that you're voting for, there's a lot of acrimony.
Sure.
You wonder if people are even capable of laughing at this point.
Well,
how does this play sort of welcome people into the process of just kind of laughing at the absurdity of it all?
Well, sure. I think one of the things about politics to me that's very interesting and what this play works against is that politics has somehow worked its way into making everyone believe that they have the answer for everything. And so that anything that's going on in America, good or bad, the politicians are going to be able to fix, or they can blame other politicians for that happening. And this play takes the stance of, first of all, you're going to laugh. It's not that important. These people, there's this great line in the play. What am I going to do with the reins of power? I just want to be reelected. And that's the gist right there. That's all they really care about. That's all what it's really.
Well, President Smith, there are some people who say that you're in trouble on your reelection bid. How do you assess your chances of being reelected at this time?
I'm very confident of my reelection. I think that people have seen what I've been able to do. And what has the other fellow done? We don't know what the other fellow has done. You can see what I've done.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Sarah Palin?
Sarah, yes. Love Sarah. We partied once. I'm sorry. What? Yes, I know Sarah Palin. We had the opportunity to meet each other, encounter each other one time on a boat in Lake Winnipesaukee. And she knows how to dance. She's a dancer. She's a dancer.
Nice. Now there are some people who are suggesting that you have it in for turkeys. What is it that you have against turkeys?
Well, I'm glad you brought this up because I think this is a very vital issue. It goes to the core of our great American culture. I want to use the power of my presidency to inform the American populace that we will no longer demean the memory of our ancestors, both white and red, by eating turkey, because turkey was wrong. It is code, by the way, as we are certainly finding out. We have just discovered this morning the Navy SEALs have diving off the Plymouth Rock in the 1642 excursion boat wreck. They have discovered that turkey was a code word for race mixing and for polysexual abandon.
How do you define that?
Well, the original Thanksgiving was not a day of feasting, but a day of orgy. Yes, and those who celebrated are damned.
Well, thanks, Kevin. As we leave, you can just sit there and look pretty as I tell people that November's playing through November 22nd at the Avenue Theater. That's 417 East 17th Avenue at the corner of Logan Street and 17th Avenue. And you can get tickets by calling 303-321-5925. Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
They'll let you keep what you got. Put it in your pocket, but they ain't buying any more air.
Get me the committee.
You're done, Chuck. Yes.
Give me that. Barry. Yeah. Oh, hi, Kev. Kev, yeah, hon, I can't talk right now. Yeah. Mhm. Can my wife take the couch? Where do you want to take the couch? What makes you assume we're going home? Because she hasn't seen any ads on TV. Can she take the couch?
No, you can't take the
No,
couch.
you can't take the couch. She had it recovered.
It was recovered with taxpayers'
It
money.
was recovered with taxpayers' money, hon. Yeah. Can she reimburse the taxpayers? And does she get a discount on the couch because it's used at Catholic? Could you get me out of here?
Mr. President, Iran has launched a nuclear strike.
What?
Iran has launched a nuclear strike.
Yes, Iran has just launched a nuclear strike. Can she uncover